as we go to the Synergy FC in Burt's Neighborhood Dispensary tail of the tape. Benjamin Cash out of Ignite Mixed Martial Arts Academy at 4-2 with a tough task in front of him tonight. And Tyrell Burns out of 316 Martial Arts Academy.
All right. Fighting out of blue corner, coming in with 3 wins and only 1 loss. Representing 316 Martial Arts out of Wichita, Kansas, Tyrell, the Hero, Burns. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, comes in with 4 wins and only 2 losses. Representing Ignite MMA out of Kansas City, Missouri, Ben Cash. Round number 1.
Round number 1 of our amateur, one of our last amateur main events, co-main events tonight. Synergy FC9 has been a great fight. I'm very interested. You see, one thing about Tyrell Burns is the length. I'm interested to see if we do get to the ground, if Burns will have jiu-jitsu success or if Ben Cash will be able to negate that. But we start here.
Ben Cash in the southpaw stance. Looking for the takedown entry early. No surprise here. Getting the takedown early. I'm just interested to see Tyrell Burns' defense once his backup is back up against the cage.
Yeah, Ben Cash, he fights like a veteran. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He's very technically sound.
Tyrell's got an underhook here. If he starts to just jack this up and start to get his bottom leg free, he's going to be okay. This is very much Derek Lewis-esque of just stand up once you have an underhook.
He's able to pop right back up. We'll see.
Now Ben Cash crowding the hips here, taking away the ability to get that bottom leg free.
Yeah, Burns has a great active guard. And this is where I was interested, Justin, to see how this would play out, because we know Ben can control you on the ground. But
Burns has a great shoulder crunch attempt here, but he's got to get the shoulder up higher onto his.
Back to the wall. We need to get our back up to the wall.
Without that good shoulder pressure and clinch, Ben Cash was able to pass to the half guard there for just a second, and now back into the closed guard.
Yep, and when you're amateurs, there's only 3 minutes, so long to work, and Ben Cash is just depositing control time right now. And Tyrell Burns trying to get his back to the fence, and Ben Cash he's able to control him here.
Yeah, a lot of just holding right now, a couple pot shots here and there.
Yeah, good hips by Ben Cash. And that takedown came a little easy for Ben Cash's liking right there. Got him against the cage, was able to put him down, and we're still here with just under a minute to
Climbing
work.
the guard is Tyrell Burns. He's got to get that right leg higher. Start to at least threaten some armbar attempts.
Putting the foot on the hips.
Halfway to the back here, if he can start to peek out, Tyrell Burns can start to climb.
It's close.
Ben Cash doing a good job of squaring back up and staying safe.
We need frames. We need separation to get our back to the wall.
30 seconds to work here in round number 1. And the ref's going to stand him up, Justin. What do you think about that?
You know what, I'm okay with that. Especially at the amateur ranks where there's not a lot of time in the rounds. You got to be a little bit more pertinent about standing these guys up if there's no action.
Yep. Good knee by Tyrell Burns lands, but Ben Cash back in with Burns against the cage. And here we are at the end of round number 1. And a good round for Ben Cash. Yeah. Tyrell had a very active guard there. He was close to getting up. The referee ultimately stood him up. There was only 30 seconds of work. So if you're Ben Cash, you got a lot of control time that round and likely won.
And you know what? Shout out to the referee for actually standing them up there. You know, very rarely do you see that at the amateur level because there is so little time in the rounds. But if you have a minute of control time and you only throw 5 to 7 shots, even if you're passing to position, in my opinion, at this level, you got to stand it up. You can't take over half the round and not make any advancements or any attempt to throw some punches. Like I said, 4 punches over a minute and a half control time. We got to stand them up.
Yeah. I like it. Good call by our referee.
That being said, round 1 does go to Benjamin Cash, but, you know, at least we know where we stand with our referee here tonight.
And we've seen it from Tyrell Burns come from behind. He's no stranger to it. He gets better as the fight goes along, and you know Ben Cash will stay just as technically sound as he did in the first round.
I would just love to see Ben Cash let his hands go.
He had some success in his last fight against Nate Perez with the hands. He was throwing strikes, and you know, he landed a left there.
Oh, great hands flurry going. The referee
Ref caught in the middle.
A little bit in the way.
No kicks to the body.
And yeah, every time Burns throws a kick, Cash has been able to catch it.
Yeah, and you know, that's a big risk you face going against a wrestler. Once you kick to the body, their ability to grab is just so much more natural than most people from just being used to holding single legs, whether at the hip, at the shoulder, under the armpit.
Tyrell Burns does have a great guillotine. He's got 2 wins by guillotine on his record. And he's looking to, you know, steal it here. He's great off of his back or use it to get up.
Yeah, he's looking to use his guillotine to switch
Unable
to top position. But
Now we need separation.
now he can use the cage here on his left side to start to climb and break the posture a little bit more of Benjamin Cash.
Yeah, good job by Ben Cash avoiding that armbar there. Got his hand out.
Half of a triangle locked here.
I like the activity off the bottom from Tyrell Burns.
Tyrell Burns with a good underhook, but he's got to underhook the bicep. If he doesn't underhook the bicep, he's susceptible to ground and pound. But Ben Cash using the cage to his advantage and prying himself out.
It's a guy that's still there. He's denying all of the attempts of Tyrell Burns.
Another loose triangle again. If he gets an underhook on his right side, he can start to create the angle here. Maybe even go for the armbar off the cage.
Yeah.
He's got to start climbing his right knee.
And there's the activity of Tyrell Burns. I like to see it off of his back. He's trying to do anything he can to get up to his feet, throw up a submission attempt, and Ben Cash just stopping it all.
Yeah, Benjamin Cash back in the half guard here, got him flattened out, nullifying any of those submission attempts that we were looking at earlier. Referee might stand him up there here, though. Not a lot of action from either guys, but Ben doing a good job pummeling and jockeying. Referee warning again.
Yeah, and Ben, he's right in front of his corner with Jason High and Zach Cummings. The referee is taking a close look.
20 seconds left here in round number 2.
Yeah, even if you stand him up, Justin, there's just not much time to work. So we'll see if our referee just lets this one ride out. He's kind of pummeling him with that elbow to the face, making it uncomfortable for Tyrell Burns.
And about as even action in the stand-up, or to elicit the stand-up there in those rounds, but I might agree with that one a little more just because of the attempts to pass from Ben Cash.
Yep. And we've seen Tyrell Burns here before. Down 2 rounds to nothing, but he has the ability to finish a fight at any moment. He's never out of it, and he has been very competitive in this fight. Cash doing a good job shutting it down so far, and being the veteran that he is, this would be a big win for either guy. And in the 3rd round, Cash has so far done enough to earn it, but we do have 1 more round to go, and Tyrell Burns could go take it.
We don't get tired.
We don't
get tired.
Coach Dave Rickles reminding Tyrell Burns as a team, they don't get tired at 316 Martial Arts. As Ben Cash elects to take the stool here in round number 3.
Tyrell said, "Get that stool away from me. And I'm ready."
And, I'll tell you this, from past performances, Ben Cash has faded in the 3rd round. We saw it against Trenton Zykin. We saw it a few times in his performances before. Let's see if Tyrell Burns puts his foot on the gas here.
And Tyrell's going to have to use the hands. Cash has been doing a great job of catching the kicks of Tyrell Burns and stopping that attack on the feet as well. Playing just great defense. Great single leg entry. Got him down. His sprawl by Burns.
He's got to throw that hip whizzer. Now it's a little too late now that the back's up against the cage.
Yep.
going to try to keep his
Keep
feet.
digging that left underhook, and he's got to dig immediately.
There we go. Burns turns him against the cage.
Now
He's gonna
Burns
try to break
needs
away.
to cut and start letting the hands fly.
And 2 underhooks again for Ben Cash. He's going to try to turn Burns against the cage again.
Yeah, Ben Cash going to go to the inside trip, his bread and butter if he gets Tyrell Burns' back to the cage.
And Ben Cash is just, you know, making the right reads, making the right decisions, and winning so far. Good takedown by Tyrell Burns.
Tyrell Burns needs to start to chase that far side wrist.
Just under 2 minutes to go. If you're Tyrell Burns, you're in the best spot you have been in so far in this fight, on top.
Yeah, he's got the bottom hip controlled. He needs to sit his weight down. He's got to sit his weight down if he needs to control this. Pulling his right heel to his butt will secure that right leg.
You see, like we said, Justin, Dave Rickles imploring his fighter and telling him, you have to finish this fight in order to win here. And he's working for, looks like a guillotine right now if he can, but Cash doing a good job fighting the legs. And Cash has a leg of Burns and puts him against his butt.
Burns has got to get up here. He cannot spend this last minute on his back here. He's got to start digging these underhooks and fighting for every single thing he can. He's got this guillotine wrap, but he's on the wrong hip right now. He's got to get to his other hip if he wants to finish this.
And you're talking about Ben Cash, one of the toughest guys to finish on the amateur scene. He is not an easy out if you're looking to finish. You almost have to beat him with a decision if you are going to beat Ben Cash.
He's got his left foot to the ground. He can stand.
Feet on the hips. Push him away. Get up.
And just over 30, under 30 seconds to work if you're Ben Cash. The guy's been making all the right choices. Oh, this is a tight guillotine attempt, Justin.
Too
But
far
Cash
on
fighting the
outside
hands.
hip.
It's tight, Justin. He's got a great squeeze.
Oh, wow.
It's very tight. 10 seconds left. He's going to have to give it one more
I don't
squeeze.
think it's enough. Not enough
It's
time.
not. Tyrell Burns is going to just unfortunately run out of time tonight. And Ben Cash made all the right reads, all the right moves, and just put together a great performance. And regardless, he beat a very tough guy in Tyrell Burns tonight.
You know, as you said, Benjamin Cash, one of the absolute toughest competitors to finish that we have to offer here on the Missouri Regional Circuit. You know, like we stated a few times now, Division I wrestler, 5-2 in mixed martial arts. I mean, that's a guy you got to absolutely kill to get out of there. And
it's a hard guy to submit, hard guy to knock out. It's just not going to happen with a lot of guys in Ben Cash. He is, like you said, Justin, one of the toughest guys to offer at the amateur scene. So we'll see if I think a couple more and we could see him go pro. And Tyrell Burns, you know, back to the drawing board. You got a lot of good things to work off of if you're Tyrell Burns. And, yeah, no shame losing to a guy like Ben Cash tonight. But we will wait to say that before we get our judges' scorecards. And if it is the win for Ben Cash, that will make it 2 wins in a row, back-to-back decision victories, and this would be good for his 5th victory as an amateur. And here's Gerald Harris. Has the scorecards. He's going to give us our victor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our official announcement. And your winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the red corner, Ben Cash.
It's a clean performance by Benjamin Cash. He does get his 5th victory, his 2nd one in a row. He's on a bit of a streak, and he's going to look to keep it going. This guy's a staple in the Synergy FC cage. I can't wait to see him back and keep fighting tough competition because he could take them out one by one.